Hi there, I'm Donna Wolfe from Naztazia.com.
Today I'll show you how to crochet this Tunisian easy shell stitch, which has a nice light airy texture to it and is good for scarves, blankets, shawls, and more. I'm using worsted weight yarn and a size 10-inch, size H Tunisian crochet hook. Chain 22 or any multiple of 5 plus 2. The first loop counts towards the first chain. We'll use the Tunisian simple stitch technique of drawing up loops in each remaining chain. Draw your loops up taller so that they don't curl on you as we go through the pattern. Continue with this process across the row. At the end, you'll have 22 loops on your hook. This next section is the return pass. Take off that first stitch by making a taller chain 1. Next, we'll make a chain 2 the regular way. Now here's where the shells are made. We're going to do a decrease stitch. And it's okay to do so because we have and will be making more chains to make up for those stitches. So yarn over, take off the first small loop on your hook and the next 5 Tunisian loops on the hook. After that, we're going to make a chain 4. Technically, it's 2 makeup chains for this last shell stitch and 2 more for the next shell stitch for a total of 4 chain stitches. And here we go again with making a yarn over and taking off the small loop on your hook along with the next 5 Tunisian loops on the hook. Then we make our chain 4 stitches again to separate the shell stitches. We'll always do 4 chains in between shell stitches throughout this entire pattern. And then the yarn over, take off the 1 small loop on the hook and then the next 5 Tunisian loops on your hook to make the next shell stitch. Follow that with the chain 4 in between the shell stitches. For our last shell, we'll take off the loop and the 5 loops. This time we'll only do a chain 2. If you recall, at the beginning of this row, we only did a chain 2 as well. Then we'll make a yarn over and take off the small loop and the last remaining Tunisian loop on our hook to finish the return pass for this row. This next part is the forward pass. We have to try and remember all of the chain stitches we made and shell stitches because we'll need them to draw up our loops. The first loop matches the last stitch in the pattern. Next to that, we have 2 chains. So we draw up loops in each one of those next 2 chain stitches. And if you don't want your Tunisian crochet stitch to curl, be sure to draw up your loops nice and tall so they don't hunch forward and curl on you. The shell itself is only 1 stitch right in the center of it at the top. Now, if you recall, in between shell stitches, we have 4 chains. So we're going to draw up 1 loop in each of the next 4 chains, and then we draw up 1 loop from the top of the shell stitch from the row below. We follow that with drawing up 1 loop in each of the next 4 chains, separating the shell stitches. And as before, the shell stitch only gets 1 loop drawn from it. Continue with this pattern across the row. As we approach the end, we have to remember what we did before. After the last shell stitch, we have 2 chains. So we're going to draw up 1 loop in each of the next 2 chains. And then there is 1 stitch at the end. Now, if all went well, you should have 22 loops on your hook to match our initial chain and our initial forward pass of 22 loops on the Tunisian crochet hook. Moving forward, we're just going to repeat 1 row of the return pass, followed by 1 row of the forward pass. As you can see, I'm finishing the return pass row here with the last yarn over and drawing through of loops. Your shell stitches should start to line up nicely for you. After the return pass, we move on to the forward pass row, which is the one where we draw up loops in all of the chain stitches and the shell stitches. And that's it. That's how I crochet the Tunisian easy shell stitch.